I was just in the Cotton County Jail. And like I said, I target it. I get hit with the microwaves and everything else. I've been there quite a few times already. This time, last 2 times, I am hit ungodly from the sides below. And I noticed some really freaking terrifying things. Prison ingenuity. With the beds being sealed around the side, heat it with the freaking lead and the freaking pencils and everything else, creating basically like a hot plate, and the resins from the floor being heated, and the arc welders and formulas for halogen and various different light bulb luminosities for electricity. And that jail, and it seems like certain things in certain areas have been freaking rusted unnaturally. I oxidized and everything else, pretty much prison way to attack people. Static charges, freaking grounding, and putting the different scrapes in there to arc it, to jump in, to actually heat it like a hot plate. So this stuff wasn't there before. And below and the sides, utterly decimated with the freaking microwaves, the heat and everything. IMs and freaking curious, anybody else? Or the halfway houses here? Because like when I was in Vegas in 2010, care transition, that's where it started with me. And some of the same things with video cameras in like the freaking picture frames, playing videos in the living room, using phones to communicate while other people know, you mean, just a bunch of skits and a bunch of crazy stuff. But now it's even worse because they're using the meth. They're getting people to freaking go back to it, and they're putting Lasix in it to dehydrate you, then hitting you with the microwaves or the Wi-Fi boosters and all that stuff. It's a static charge. So once you already target it and you have the remote view, which is torture and all that, go running through you, it's an extra current. Now it interferes with like Wi-Fi's, the towers and everything else is a static. And that's how you get the burning, sort of like radiation from the insides. So if you feel that, you know what I mean, then you automatically, you know, you got the other. So it doesn't come from just, no. And they've got enough power now to push it to where our own electrical impulses and magnetic field is being flipped to where it's starting to crush us. And freaking, it's a pulsating, and it's just insane to where you just fatigue, crushed, you get like palpitations, your stomach, it feels like it starts just boiling, literally freaking with electricity. And it seems like they're moving around underground, stealing things around my house. And I can feel when they get closer. I can feel when they go further away. They bang on the retaining wall. They're now underneath. I can hear them in the vents talking. And I mean, they've literally taken over, and they broadcast this stuff. So they'll catch you in your showers, catch you in your bathrooms. And they're exploiting mostly the women and stuff like, and video and watching. And then they have the boyfriends. They watch through their eyes. So when you're having sex and everything else, they don't mind. And we've got a really bad run that came into here somehow and freaking taking up shop, and mysteriously trees drying out from underneath, which, you know, I mean, that don't happen in Watertown. It's just, but unless you burrow underneath and the tap roots, how they get water, and they're drying out. Pipes, the exact distance from the buildings are breaking. So Watertown is pretty much sand. So you displace one piece, everything moves. And that minor shift in the area of underneath where it would be, which is kind of interesting where it's at, by the strip club, the gun, pawn shop, budgets, there's the trailer park, that minor is enough to pop, or if they're using, and it's just a lot of weird things going on that are getting worse and worse and worse. And it's almost like they're using the old school prison setup to where with the boosters and stuff, they have a parameter, and then they have the center one like mine, and they use it as a booster. And that's how it's almost like a Tesla coil and arcing it to us. So you got the freaking surrounding ones with them smaller tower, the smaller antennas, and those, and basically using us as a freaking transformer and arcing off us and overheating. I mean, I get lines in my head that are searing hot. I didn't have no problems with my wrists, no problems with anything whatsoever. I had it happen to me the first time, and freaking, I went to the hospital. I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't sit down. It was so bad. They had to give me shots and stuff. It was 3 days I was walking in the stuff. I went to a neurologist. They did a conductivity test, and I now have severe carpal tunnel and need surgery in my wrists. And I had nothing prior to that incident with them frying me like that. And literally I went to the hospital, went to the neuro, and now overnight I have severe nerve damage and carpal tunnel that needs surgery. I mean, this shit is that intense. It's just, and that's what the whole thing is with the dehydration. And then they play on values, morals, beliefs, come to you as, you know what I mean, whatever. They give you one visual, to give credence to it and credit, and then they just use you for whatever, and that's all they're doing is setting people up, getting people high, blaming them for everything else, sexually harassing them, everything else, then trying to label them something in order to ostracize them. That's the one thing that the community will turn on them. Constantly freaking subliminal message, constantly freaking, you mean your dreams. And that's the shit that's just evil, because they usually go after people, the good people that they're jealous of, envious of, or whatever. And they like to pick on people that freaking are at a disadvantage or mental health and just toy with them, freaking guinea pig them, and get them to, I mean, it's sick. And this shit can't go on. And I don't care there's no right about this. And I'm not going to accept any right. And if I find one, I'm going to dismantle them limb for limb. And that's just the way that's going to go. That's a guarantee. And I've been out long enough to now where I've been put in a couple positions to where I had to. And well, it's been seen that, yeah, I dismantle people, no matter if it was 2 martial art, they were done. Tasers, tens, nothing. So I'm not playing with these dudes. They want to play, we're going to play. And it started out in Vegas, and the funny part is that it's February 2015 when it started, Vegas jumped to almost the highest suicide rate in the country. I come here, they come here, they get you. It's now the highest suicide rate in the country, and that's kind of freaking interesting. How the hell is that amazing? 2 places I've been since it started, it's now the suicide capitals, and that's what they do. Either get you to kill yourself or everybody else, and that's their whole thing. And they get it, watch it remotely, and it's sick. And all these ones that are exploding doing that, that's how they initiate. They cause them, the kids, they cause the freaking, and it's always on the morals that they play with them. You all these child molesters doing it and everything else, and they get them to do that. Then they come in and play on the emotions of, and burrow their selves in and get to, and then use and take advantage of you. And that's how they're freaking infiltrating. That's certain. Then they're mulling into everything. They get you in a nice orchestrated freaking run, keep you in that, and then they got you. You mean when you got that routine, even anything I tell you, don't stick to a routine. You got to switch to, and that's what they're doing here. They're putting everybody in a routine and starting to, so they can keep, and then isolate, slowly shut, keep it and keep spinning until things are happening. Have you up where you can't say, and they're just, and this shit is literally like here, I believe, a small scale test run and experiment in order to do on large scale. And with me being here and seeing how it is, nobody's really, this shit is dangerous, because this is the people I know that are involved since this can't happen, dude. They are the sickest, most freaking diabolical crap on the planet. That's why they're after me, because I take them out, and I always did in prison, everything else. I'm the predator of predators, and that's just what it is. And these are all the motherfucking predators. And I can't catch them. I keep going up. I can't find the entrance, but they'll bang on my, but I know some of the people involved, I know, and they're spreading. And I know some of my ex and everything else, they followed her, because now there's stuff happening out in St. Louis, Kansas City. There's freaking text. And then I catch the license plates here. And it's funny, my mining trek, when I first got out from Vegas to Oregon, Washington, California, Arizona, all these states, that's where it's set up at. And it's at the actual cities. And now these are the places, magically here, we always have the license plates from. Texas, Oregon, Washington, and it comes in floods, like swap out, move, and I mean, it's like they have a community within a community. So the others don't really ain't even aware, but they got their little fucking hoodlums. Some of the old COs, some of the, I mean, it's just crap. If you're on the run and you do a heinous crime, you can come in and actually be on it and do the real serious shit and be a part of it. And I mean, they're in people's walls, meth addicts, jacking up. They're doing some sick ass shit, using thermal imaging, putting the videos on there. They're hiding videos where you can't tell what they're like animated. However, if you have the right code, the right fucking whatever, you can see what it really is. And I know they're freaking, they were after both of us. And I'm telling, I think, yeah. And do you hear any noise? I mean, this shit's, and I've talked to Vera too, because freaking, and I told her to talk with you and everything. It's freaking kind of, hi Gracie, really freaking bad. So Gracie, you been having any oddities or anything out there? Any noises or freaking weird shit? Because boy, let me tell you, the shit got crazy here. Real crazy. Fuck. These motherfuckers are nuts on me. Nuts. Going to the general, like, what the fuck? I mean, I had to dismantle the beds, and take it all down. And they got the freaking lines with the actual freaking lead to actually cause like a freaking radio wave. And then like with the halogen, and they're literally using even the metallic bugs and then hit it with the freaking and heating it with circuits and then knocking the glass out. And you can see the actual how they went and hit it and pulled the glass out and then actually create it with the dim and the higher, the different voltage. And if you know luminosity or anything else, you can actually create how many volts and you can channel it. And then you can use that and radiate that. And it's a static charge because everything carries a charge. And then you can amplify it if you know what you're doing. And just like with the badge, I mean, this shit is fucking, and it's all our prison shit. And this town was not like that. This town was more, yeah. And when I went in there and I read the shit and see the stuff I seen, that's not normal. This is not them. This is something way worse. And this shit should not be here. It's just trying to tell. It's hard to explain this shit. I mean, people don't. And this shit's crazy, dude, because now I got all the MRIs. I got all the shit to show. Magical shit happened to me. So my whole body is crushed. My brain, there's something going on in the frontal lobe now. Looks like electricity. It's constricted. My brain looks like it's being crushed and freaking smushed. Fucking my neck, everything's bulging now. I need surgery on my neck, my back, my arms. I've got the punch drunk, but I got more extra now than just the punch drunk. I got freaking, it's just, this shit's not, any of you guys, nothing? Heat, fucking noise, any weird shit with this stuff, man. And you know what I'm talking about. Gracie, I don't know if it made it to you, because Vera's been having more trouble. She said it is, they tried to, and I know they were fucking with you too. And freaking, this shit's crazy. This shit has got to stop. And I just can't get these little bastards, because if I swear to God, like, I'm going to beat them with their own fucking limbs. I just can't catch up to them, man. God, I've been chasing these motherfuckers. And they won't come near me. They went underground and above. They will not. I have done everything I could to snatch one of their asses. And they are moles now. But they're well aware of the situation. If I ever, God, anything, let me near them. It's over. But they coded my sister and freaking Patty. Her lungs were stuck together. They're using the dough, putting the Lasix to dehydrate you, and then hitting you with the microwaves. And that's why everybody's, and Vera thought it might have killed Anthony. So, I mean, they're knocking people. They're freaking, this shit's, and I'm out there, it's real bad. And that's why I was trying to pass the word. You got a lot of friends too. And just give them a heads up on that. And freaking, if they feel like the heat or like burning, like electricity or anything, dude, we're under siege. Literally, we're under siege. It's a fucking racist ass, fucking hateful sex offender crew, pretty much, and some retaliatory, a bunch of just shit, pretty much. But what they learned from me with the freaking research is sick, because I survived. So the shit they can do now is unbelievable. I mean, in my sleep alone, taser, paralyze me, electrocute me, freaking zap me. I mean, all kinds of control these dreams. And I mean, the shit is stupid what they can now do. I mean, it's stupid. They're fucking dreamscape shit. But I can't fucking nothing. You guys, come on, man. I see you two on here, bull. Would you be playing with me? Nothing. Gracie, M. Oh, you motherfuckers. You gonna leave me like this? Nada. Really? I don't care, adorable or not. Nope, nothing. Hey! Crazy sons of bitches. What the fuck? Buggy whips. Yes, they hurt too. She swung them on me and kicks and all kinds of shit. I know. Gracie, I'm pretty sure once or a time his head go. Just too many years. See, you guys could type and you're not typing nothing, and I would see it. Really? Oh my God, homie. Really? You too. That's crazy. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go. I'll see you in the thing. Love yous. Bye.